My name is Danisha Del Monaco, and today I'm going to talk about myself and how one man that was not a part of my life changed who I was and made me who I am today. As a child, my father walked out on my mother and I, leaving us with nothing but hope to pursue a better future. It was difficult for her because she was not only a father, but she was a mother as well. As a single parent, she was left with no choice but to have not one job but multiple jobs in order to provide the food and shelter that me and my sister needed. It was hard for us as well because we wouldn't spend as much time as we wanted with our mother, but we understood that it was not because she didn't want to be there. It was because she had to do what she had to do in order to give us everything, to provide a plate on the table. It was hard for me not to be around my mother as much because I needed her during those times in my life. But I would never hold that against her, and instead, that makes me admire the person that she is today. It was hard when he left because every day I would watch my mother cry herself to sleep. But in a way, it motivated me to be a better person today and to to be independent, so I can not only make her happy, but I can help her out. I started working as soon as I can. Around the age of 14, I got myself a seasonal job at recreation. From there, I realized and I got a sense of how it is to actually feel independent. I liked that feeling, and I not only did I like that feeling, but I liked the feeling of being able to help out my mother and actually seeing a smile on her face because she wasn't struggling on her own. When my sister left the house, we were sad, but it was a little bit of in a way, a weight lifted off of my mother's shoulder because she then only had to take care of me. During high school, since I was working, it was hard for me to be able to do sports and to join different extracurricular activities because for me, my main priority was working in order to help my mother out. In a way, I kind of regret it today because I wish I would have done everything that I wanted to in high school, but it's okay because everything happens for a reason. My When I was working at the age of 16, I found myself a job in Metro PCS, and I was then working, going to school in the morning and working at night, and it was hard because I barely had time to. By the time I got home from work, all I wanted was to go to sleep, but I knew that I had to keep my grades up and I had to study and I had to do my homework. Then, since I was making enough money, I was able to give an extra hand for my mother and give her extra money and anything that we needed. When my mother lost her job when I was 17 years old, it put us in a financial crisis. That's when I felt my whole life fall apart. A lot of things started going bad then. And in a way, everything that happened made me stronger today. We had to struggle a lot because sometimes we didn't even have enough money to eat. She was unemployed for a year, and for that whole year, we went through a lot. But we made it through together and with no help. When I was applying for different colleges, I realized that I was not able to go to the college that I wanted to, and it wasn't because I couldn't. It was just because simply because of the fact that of the financial issues. It was upsetting and disappointing because I really wanted to go to different schools, but I wasn't able to because I knew I would put myself in more in debt and more of a financial crisis than what we had already been through. When my mom finally found a job, things started falling into place. However, we were still struggling. I was supposed to go to school, and at the last minute, I realized it wasn't a smart decision to go into a university and dorm and waste all that money when in reality I should have been working and helping my mother out. Then I decided to go to Bergen Community College, and over time I started off as a biology major because I thought I wanted to go into pharmaceutical. After I got a feel of biology and the natural sciences courses, I realized that that's not really the path that I wanted for myself. I then got a job at a bank, and that motivated me that motivated me to change my decision. I decided to go into business administration because I knew that not only I can grow within the company, but I can also grow and have different paths. When and today I don't resent my father for everything that he did, and for making not only myself not only hurting me but hurting my mom. In a way, I thank him because him walking out made me a stronger and an independent woman and made me who I am today. If he wouldn't have done that, maybe my whole life would have been different and I wouldn't be who I am. I thank him, and I also, most of all, I thank my mother for helping me out and being able to raise me and push it through no matter what happened. No matter what the circumstance was, we were always getting through it together. I know that one day I'm gonna look back and I'm gonna realize that I never needed anyone to help me. I will never need anything. I can do it with or without him. I can do it with or without anyone. And I know that today I stand as a strong, independent girl, and one day my mom will be proud of me and I will be able to repay her for everything she did for me. That is basically it, and thank you for your time.